Yo, yes, indeed. We are back, y'all. What's going on? TS don't stand for the talking shit. It don't stand for talking shop. And it don't stand for talking sports. Stand for all of that. Why? It's the Showdown. Yeah, what up, Doe? What's going on? I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson, and I am here with none other than Big Ed and Wayz, and this is the Showdown. What's going on, fellas? Man, it's been a minute. What's going on?
Nothing much. Chilling.
Chilling like a villain, and you know that's true. Wayz, what's up with you, man?
Man, not much here either. Sitting here trying to. I'm not a religious man, but I am praying we get some good weather coming up here because I'm about tired of this Minnesota bullshit.
Well, I am a religious man, so I would appreciate you not put religion and BS in the same sentence. But anyway, man, uh let's do this and get this party started, right, y'all?
Chugga chugga choo choo.
Everybody ready? All right. Boom. Ooh. That is actually my first beer since the weekend. I did my first fire of the year this past weekend. We had some nice enough weather, and it was beautiful. And it's a house around the corner. I forgot. I got to get around there with my truck. I don't know what's going on. Somebody chopped down a tree or something. There's a bunch of wood just sitting out in front of their house, just logs galore. Grab them boys and stick them in my backyard. That'll be my exercise. I've been looking for exercise thing to do. I'm not a workout guy. I never did like to work out. I'll do it because it's necessary back when I used to, but I was never a workout guy. I always stayed in shape by being active, by doing activities. You know, I'm not scared to work, you know. So playing sports or golfing or chopping wood and riding bikes and doing activities is what I always did to keep myself in shape, staying active. And so I've been putting together different things I need to do. I can do this summer to get myself back active because the pandemic kind of shut me down a little bit, you know. I got comfortable with sitting around the house not doing shit.
Right. Look,
got a lot of people down.
Speaking of some firewood and shit, y'all know, a couple weeks back we raised my porch and did some work. We had to take my stairs off. Those decrepit old stairs are no more. Soon to be no more. I'm going to be taking those apart and cutting the boards up. I'm going to be using that for firewood, so I don't have to worry about buying firewood all season.
That's good. I'm telling you, if I can get these logs from in front of these people's house, I ain't gonna have to worry about firewood this year. Although it will need some time to dry because it looks like it's still a little fresh. But I'll just split them and they'll dry fast once they split.
Oh yeah.
Right.
We got
that's
plenty
it.
of wood.
Yeah, man. I love it, man. I love burning. I love burning. Big Wayz, not Big Ed, but Big Wayz. Wayz ain't got enough syllables. I got to give him an extra Wayz. Big Wayz. What are we talking about today, man? I didn't record. I'm not recording audio. Dag damn it. Anyway,
You good? I got it.
I don't know.
Well, we got NFL news. We got some boxing news, and of course, we have NBA news this week. So it's going to be a nice little hodgepodge and some interesting stories.
Okay.
First and foremost, we got to tackle the biggest news of the week. Of the past week. It's the news you don't want to talk about, OG. Debo Samuel.
That is not the biggest story. That is not the biggest story right now. That is not the biggest story of the week. I'm sorry, that is not.
Look, if you were the NFL, all these other NFL fans who are not 49ers fans, this is a big story because they're like, wait, we got a chance.
It is
Got
not
a
the
chance.
biggest. That is not the biggest story. It is not.
Only because the draft hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, the draft is coming up here on Thursday, a couple days from today, and I'm excited. For the first time in a while, I'm excited for the draft. And the best part is there's not really too many quarterbacks or running backs in that first round that
Yeah,
anyone
it's going to be an interesting draft to see where everybody goes because this is not the typical draft class.
Exactly. But yeah, Debo, it's looking like he doesn't want to play for San Fran at all, and he's not even, unless I'm guessing, he hasn't said it out loud yet or made it public. But I'm guessing the only way he will stay is if they give him that money, which does not look like the ownership is willing to do.
Okay, I'm going to say my piece, but this is not the biggest story of the week. Anyway, I'm going to say my piece though. It's not, and I'm going to tell you what the biggest story is after this. But I'm going to say my piece. Debo, we want you to stay. Really want you to stay. Everybody knows I want you to stay. Don't want to hate to see you go. But it's going to be your loss if you leave. You're leaving a first-class organization, and you're going to find that out when you leave and end up in a dump like Cleveland or someplace. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to end up in a shitty organization, and you're going to wish you was back home in a 49er uniform because you're going to realize you're leaving a first-class organization. That said, 49ers, we got to move on. We got to reload. Yes, we're going to miss him, but we're going to get some capital for him. We're not going to hold on to him and hope he changes his mind and make him hold out all this shit. Nope. We're going to move you now while you hot and get what we can get for your ass. That way we get you while you're still valuable and make sure we cash in on your value. And on top of that, we're going to go after Drake London and replace your black ass. That's what's going to happen.
Damn. Hey, he just hit a double untouchable. We appreciate you, but nigga, we don't need you.
That's the game, baby. That's how it is. That's life.
I don't know, but
once you're gone, you're gone. We got to move on. We can't sit around and cry over spilled milk. We gotta find another way.
That's true. Big Ed, with this talk, there's a bunch of teams that's popping up on the wire as far as who's interested in that trade. Where do you think he'll end up if he gets traded?
I don't know. Maybe Green Bay. I don't see anywhere else that. I mean, he'd be a good fit anywhere.
Yeah, he's a utility man.
Right.
There's one place that's scary, and I think it could happen, and it might happen. There is one scary place.
Where's that?
Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady just took a pay cut, just restructured his contract to make room for more money to be spent.
Yeah.
So, in case y'all want to bring him in, we can afford him now. That's what Tom Brady does. Skip, I don't need the money. My wife make more money than me anyway. Yep. We good.
Yep. That Victoria's Secret money, real good.
I'll take that. I will shave some off the top of my contract, make room for bring in Debo. That's a scary thought. Another thought that I had is that teams seem to have trading partners lately. I've been noticing teams having trading partners. And the 49ers in New England seems to be trading partners. They move players to each other. So I can see him moving Debo to New England.
Yeah. I can see that. There's two spots I see him logically and intelligently making the move to, him and his manager. And he wants to go to a place that's going to provide him the best opportunity to get a ring.
No, you don't. Because he ain't got that kind of leverage. That motherfucker ain't got no trade clause. He go where we send him.
But he has that option.
No, he ain't got shit. That motherfucker go where we send him.
Yeah.
So it's up to us. It's up to the 49ers. It's about, and I don't get him. Who gives a fuck about what he wants as far as where he want to go? It's all about where we want to send him, who's giving us the best deal, or who we feel comfortable sending him to. And that's why I said New England and 49ers have seemed to be trading partners. Like the Detroit, the Lions and the Rams are starting to build that relationship with us having the Lions having the Rams old GM. They're building that relationship where they are trading partners. New England and Frisco. That's how Garoppolo got to San Francisco.
Okay. Well, then that removes one of the two teams.
I could see that happening. I could see that happening.
The one team out of those two teams that fits that description and is a good possibility for him to go to, thrive in, and potentially get a ring in, while at the same time not being a direct threat to San Fran, making it to the Super Bowl, is the Denver Broncos.
I can see him in Denver, but I
don't see that.
I think him and Russell will be a terrifying duo to work with.
Yeah, but I think because they've had bad quarterbacks that people underestimate the receiving core they already got. I don't think they're going after I don't think they're going after Debo.
Yeah, they already got Judy.
They got Judy. They got Cortland. They got some receivers.
Cortland Sutton.
They got some cats, man.
Fuck around, he might end up in Jacksonville.
Oh, that would be that's the worst case scenario. I don't know.
Houston. Houston.
Oh, that's the worst case scenario.
Send his ass to Houston.
That is the worst case scenario.
We'll take those picks, motherfucker.
I was going to say that'd be the best case scenario for the 49ers.
Damn right. We'll take those picks. How about that?
I don't see Jacksonville budging on their number one overall. So Houston, very viable. Man, because it comes down to the picks. Yeah, you can get another player, but in the end, they want those picks. And it's either this year's first round or next year's first round. Either way, especially if you're going to Houston or Jacksonville, you know you're getting a good pick.
Yeah, especially Houston, because Jacksonville, with this second number one pick, could make a little more of a move than Houston. Yeah. But Houston just lost. They draws. Yeah, I could see that. I could see
on the field.
What if he end up on the Jets?
I could actually see the Jets doing something with him. I don't see him making a Super Bowl with them.
What about the Giants? No, he could end up in either one of the New York teams.
Yeah.
They both need a receiver. It depends. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see where he falls out, but I do believe it's going to be a draft day trade.
Yeah,
I think it's going to end up being a draft day trade with that coming Thursday. That's going to be huge. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited about the draft right now. I guess we'll talk about the draft a little later. I don't want to dive in. I'm guessing that's on your agenda there.
That is not on my agenda for today, so I'm open to.
Oh, we're not going to talk about the draft, man. God damn, it's the second biggest story of the day.
Look, I didn't want to talk about the draft until next week after the draft.
No, we got to talk about what we think. We got to talk about what's coming. We got to pre-draft talk about it.
Okay.
Can't wait till it's over to talk. We got to talk about when it's over, but you got to say what you think. Talk about what's coming, what you think is going to happen, things that's happening. It's a lot. That's the second biggest story in the sports this week is the draft.
Yeah.
The biggest story in sports, though, is not Debo.
No.
The biggest story in sports is Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant getting swept. Man.
Oh, my God.
Getting their ass swept. How do you miss that as the top story of the fucking week?
Because I was going to cover that at the end of the week show.
Fucking dudes got swept. That's the biggest story of the week. Them lame.
At the end of the show, we're going to talk about the NBA round one playoffs. Definitely, we're going to talk about that. But no, I was more joking about Debo and the trade being the top story. Because let's be honest, that was the top story for Wednesday and Thursday of last week.
Right.
That's just trying to rub shit in.
I'm not. There's
But you
still
see.
potential for Debo to stay.
Hey,
It's
Wayz
just up
is-
to ownership to
You see
step
where I'm
up.
at. I want you to stay, Debo, but if you gotta go, you gotta go. We just gotta. There ain't no crying over spilled milk over here, baby. This is top flight organization. We just click, reload, move on, make a plan, and move on without you.
Wayz did tell us last week he's an instigator.
Yeah, I'm an
Yeah,
instigator
all right.
all day.
I'm
I
all
tell
good
y'all
with
since
that.
y'all's known that.
Y'all see how I feel. I'm ready. I'm ready to move on. Then
Now-
shit, I ain't gonna sit here and let you win. I'm
Now-
gonna move on. We ready.
I am going to give my honest perspective on this though. Debo is going to stay. He's going to play, and he's going to have a hell of a fucking season this year. At the end of the season, if the 49ers are not willing to pay him what he's asking, he knows any other team will be.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. And the reason that's not the reason that's not going to happen. They're either going to re-sign him to a long-term deal, or he's out. Ain't no lame duck season here. We are not going to sit there and give him the opportunity to walk for free. No, we are getting something for him. If he's either going to stay, and at the end of the season, we already know that he's staying again, or he's out of this bitch, because we've got to capitalize on your value.
Yep.
We ain't gonna sit here and just let your ass leave.
They
No,
don't got much time. They got literally 2 days, so they got to figure it out.
Guess what?
He said, "Don't even bring a contract."
Guess what?
So his days in San Francisco are done.
You know, I mean, if it's over, it's over. But that's it.
Yeah, if that's the case, pay attention over these next couple days. That's when it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going down.
If nothing happens in those next couple of days,
I mean, we got time to trade him.
He's got resigned.
Oh yeah,
we got time to trade him. We got time to trade him. But if we're going to trade him for some picks this year, it's time to move him. But we got time to trade him. We ain't in no rush to move him.
Yeah, that's true.
We ain't as long as we got till the trade deadline next season to get his ass out of town.
Yep.
I mean, we got time. He's more of a rush than we are.
Yeah.
You know, other teams got to adjust to what kind of talent he is. You know, how do I fit his talent set into my game plan? You know, Shanahan got a whole different a very different, unique game plan that he fits into, and how he fits into it. So, who else got that?
It's true.
You
There's
know,
very few teams, and
I don't know if I want to give him to you. They may be thinking I don't want to give him to you now and give you time to figure it out. No, I'm gonna fucking figure it out on the fly.
Right,
mid season.
Yeah. Exactly.
Here's a draft question for you.
All right.
What do you guys think about what does it say about this year's quarterback pool? That a lot of teams are talking about trading back or out of the first round for first round draft picks next year.
Because next year looks like it's going to be a much better crop of quarterbacks.
Yeah. And not to mention this year, out of the teams that really desperately need a quarterback, there's really only 2 or 3 teams right now left.
But see,
so the field isn't even there for quarterbacks this year, anyways.
But with this being a defensive heavy draft, and a lot of those same teams needing a lot of help on defense, wouldn't it be wiser to keep those first round picks and use them for your defense?
Well, a lot of them are looking at it this way, though, Big Ed. This is an extremely deep draft for defense, and you can find some quality defensive players in the second round.
Second and third.
Yeah, you can find some very high quality defensive players in the second round, the way it's shaping up, especially if I traded out of the first round to help somebody get a quarterback. Or, you know, if I'm trading down so that you can pick somebody on offense, that's leaving another defender for the second round. So this is going to be a very deep draft for defensive players where you can find very high quality defensive players in the second and third round.
Well, like one of the other fathers I talked to while I'm picking up my son from school, we talk about this every goddamn day, especially with the draft coming up, him going to Vegas to be in the crowd for the draft and everything, is this year's defensive heavy, and to be specific, cornerback and defensive end heavy draft picks. Those are the two positions that no matter where you get them in the draft have the highest turnout rate in their first year. So no matter where you go defensively, that's where you go. The teams that are desperately, not even desperately, the teams that you see potentially picking up a quarterback in the first round are someone like the Steelers, someone who has Mitchell Trubisky, but wants to have that backup that's ready to build for the future. You know,
Basically, it's Pittsburgh, Atlanta, and Carolina.
yeah,
That's basically the list.
yeah.
Who else?
So when
Nobody
it comes to, and we've gotten so used to the idea of the quarterbacks and the wide receivers being the top of the draft, or no, quarterbacks and running backs are usually at the top of the draft boards, and wide
used to
receivers
be
are
running backs, not anymore.
Running backs don't start going until second, third, sometimes even the fourth.
And even then, you still get some dirty motherfuckers out there.
Oh yeah, David Montgomery, I believe, was a fourth round.
Yeah, but yeah, quarterbacks, wide receivers, you're not going to see too many of those go in the first round this year. Probably even next year. Quarterbacks, maybe we'll see, but
I think we'll see at least two of them go first round.
Yeah,
we may even see three.
I am going to make my shocker prediction.
I don't think any are going to go top 10.
I'm going to make my shocker prediction for the quarterbacks in the draft this year. The team that's going to pick a quarterback that no one was expecting and really hasn't been talking about, at least, is the Seattle Seahawks. And I'm willing to bet it's going to be Willis.
If he's there for them, I could see that. I tell you who else might jump the gun and grab him, though. And that's Atlanta.
Yeah.
Because Atlanta doesn't need a quarterback. Willis is not a this year quarterback.
No.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people talking about him. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say a lot of people are talking about him going to Pittsburgh.
A lot of people are saying that, but they're thinking that he's going to drop that far. But Atlanta got pick 8. So what I'm saying is Atlanta doesn't need a quarterback right now, but they do need a quarterback of the future.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot, and he's from Atlanta.
Ooh, that really helps.
The hometown kid, and he's got a little Michael Vick in him.
I was just about to say.
So there's a chance that Atlanta jumps the gun and say, fuck all y'all. We're just gonna grab him and get it out the way and hold on to him because he's a project. So we're gonna sit him to the side, deal with what we got, and y'all just know it's coming. So next year, when y'all big crop of new quarterbacks come in, my guy's gonna come in and bust their ass.
Yeah, that's true. And I didn't even consider it like that. Yeah, Atlanta's probably the best spot for Willis to land. To be honest, because I don't see him fitting Pete Carroll's system. I don't see him fitting the culture of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Atlanta's the spot for him. At least if he's to be successful.
It's possible. I mean, it's very possible. He can. I think he can survive anywhere. Though he's a pretty sharp dude.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's going to upset anyone's culture. He's pretty sharp, but he is a project. He's not this year. You need him. You have to pick him, knowing you don't need him. There was some talk for a while about the Lions taking him and setting him to the side. Running with Goff now, but taking him. But now that Jacksonville is talking about taking Trayvon Walker, that drops Aiden Hutchinson right in the Lions' lap, and that's who they want.
Yeah.
The only reason there was a question about who they're going to pick because Jacksonville decided they wanted Hutchinson. And so if they don't pick Hutchinson, I think it's almost a no-brainer. They got a few guys that's on their list, but the top of that list is Aiden Hutchinson, and they still like Thibodeau. They still, you still hear Thibodeau's name around here. You still hear Malik Willis. Well, Malik Willis' name has faded out some. But you hear it here and there. But you heard it strong last week, but this week you've been hearing it fade. You hear Thibodeau, you hear Hutchinson, and if neither one of them were available, that was really the main names you were hearing. Really, quite frankly, there really wasn't anymore. But I heard an interesting theory today.
What's that?
If they do get Hutchinson, if Trayvon Walker, and Trayvon Walker's name had come up too, but now he's bumped up to the Jacksonville pick, allegedly. They think if they take Trayvon Walker and the Lions get Hutchinson, and then somewhere around pick 14, 15, 16, they trade 32 and 34 to move up and grab one of them cats from Georgia, either Jordan Davis or N'Kobe Dean or somebody like that, and just shore up their defense. I was like, that'll be nasty if they get Jordan Davis and Hutchinson. You know what I mean? That would be fucking nasty, dude.
Man.
I was like, I never thought about it like that. But what if they do move up and grab another defensive stud and have two monsters on the front line?
I didn't even think about that. That's a really.
I didn't think about that either. But I even called it to the station, say, man, y'all can't be teasing us like that. That's y'all on that bullshit.
Yeah.
Because man, that would be monstrous, man.
Man.
Because I believe I believe they lost more games because the defense didn't make plays than they lost games because the offense didn't make plays.
Yeah.
They're in the same situation the Vikings were in this past season. All their losses, they never got blown out. They never got their asses just handed to them. It was a fucking dogfight until the end. You know, and the Lions dealt with it far a bit more than the Vikings. But really, that's the honest to God's truth. They didn't ever got their ass whooped at all this season. They just happened to lose.
They needed their defense to make one play.
Yeah.
Yep.
They would have beat Minnesota. Make
like
one
the
play.
49ers in the play.
Give up a 4th and 19. You know what I'm saying? They give up a 4th and 19 to the Ravens. With it's just that it's just one play, man. They just needed the defense to make one play.
Oh, I'm happy you did hear that.
I heard that. 49ers in the playoffs. You know, the reason that don't bother me because I got so many Stafford fans that I deal with. And yeah, it was just the safety drop pass. But you know, we got to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's
talking about when
we got to the NFC Championship game. So, you know, we came one game shy of the Super Bowl.
I was talking about when they played the 49ers.
Yeah.
Who? The Lions.
Yeah, I know. They gave him hell too.
They gave every team they played hell. And realistically, it's that fourth quarter defense that was killing
that fourth quarter defense. And I would say also coaching.
Yeah.
Coaching and defense lost more games than the offense.
You know, my high school football coach would have had us running forever, losing that many games in the fourth quarter. That's all we would have did. Because that actually comes down to conditioning.
And also talent.
Yeah, talent.
That comes down to talent too. You sat there and you got and I blame the Ravens when on well, first of all, it was a bad call. I mean, but aside from the bad call, I blame the coaching more than defense. They gave up a 4th and 19, but they got to 4th and 19 because you pressured the quarterback, sack. You pressured the quarterback incomplete. You pressured the quarterback, sack. Then you call a timeout and play prevent defense. Nigga, what you doing? What are we doing here? The motherfuckers got no timeouts. It's 4th and 19. They under pressure. Your pressure defense is working, and you call a timeout, give them a breather, and then play prevent defense.
Right.
And give up 19 yards. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, that one is the coaches there.
Yeah, to me, that was on the coach. It just is. the defense is going to take blame for giving up the 19 yards, but I think it was also coaching because you had him on the ropes, man. Leave him to punch that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right.
Punch him in the fucking mouth. Bite his fucking kneecaps off.
Hey, I'm saying, do what you got to do.
Hit him with the low blow.
That's it.
Man. All right, so I got some more NFL news. This being another wide receiver news. There was a wide receiver arrested in Florida this week. He's a Bears wide receiver, Byron Pringle.
Yep.
Arrested for doing donuts in the street with a child in the car.
Dumb shit.
And the fucked up thing is he had this kid in the car in the back seat, sitting there talking about some.
I'm in danger.
And that was it. I don't understand why this dude was sitting here. It doesn't make any fucking sense as to why anyone would be doing fucking whipping shitties in the middle of a street with a kid in the car.
They do it here every day, all day. It's just they don't make millions of dollars and are risking their future on it.
That's true.
Well, that makes a big difference there. That makes a big difference in the story. Damn, I fucked up my light. My bad. Yeah, that makes a big difference in the story, but it's the Bears shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're the Bears. It's just
What do you expect? You know, when you got
And
a team
that's
full
not
of
to be
felons,
expected.
And to steal one of your lines, OG, that's not even the biggest Bears news.
Uh-oh.
what you got for us, bro?
That wasn't a line. That really wasn't the biggest story of the week. KD and Kyrie getting swept is the biggest story of the week. But anyway.
Biggest Bears news is it sounds like Robert Quinn might be up.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Wait, what?
Sounds like Robert Quinn might be on the trading block.
That's big news? Okay.
All right.
Trading one of the top 3 defensive players of last year.
It's the Bears. The defense, so what?
They're trying to build that offense, bro. They got to sacrifice their defense to build the offense, apparently.
We already did let go of damn near half the defense.
Exactly. You still have to let go of more because that's how poorly your offensive played last year.
Man, I tell you what, if the Lions were to beef up that defensive line like they suggested they do today on the radio, the NFC North would be a motherfucker to watch. We would be the black and blue division again.
Yeah.
Every team coming after your ass.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the division nobody want to play because man, play hurt. Tell the quarterback that he could get sick. We put in the backup because these motherfuckers coming to hurt niggas.
Yeah. No lie. And I miss those days where the NFC North was just like the goddamn Big Ten. Yeah, you have a good chance of beating us.
Bruising,
but
man.
Don't expect to just come and walk all over us because we're gonna fuck you up.
Don't expect to leave without crutches, nigga. Somebody gonna get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I miss those days.
It was grimy back in the days, man.
Man,
and I tell you, my favorite player in the draft. My bold prediction of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I think the person that's going to turn out to be the biggest steal of this draft, because he's not going to go probably until between 15 and 20, but I think he's going to shine, is Nakobe Dean. That is my favorite player in this fucking draft.
Mm.
That is a linebacker, nigga. That man is a beast of a linebacker. And I don't know why he's dropping so far, but I want him.
Because he doesn't fit the mold of the normal newer linebacker. He's the Lawrence Taylor, Ray Lewis type linebacker, and that scares teams.
I want that dude, man. I want that dude on my team.
That's the type of dude a team needs.
Mm-hmm.
I want that guy on my team.
You want to build your defense around.
I want that guy on my team, man. I'm telling you. He's a noisemaker. He is a disruptor.
All right. I got a trivia question for y'all this week.
Okay.
All right.
Wide receiver related. One NFL wide receiver has played for the most teams.
That's a tough question. Let's see. What NFL receiver has played for the most teams? I am going to venture out and say, shucks.
I'm gonna go T.O.
No,
That's not a bad guess. That's
No.
not a bad guess. I'm going to go with I can't think of this guy's name. I've got a name in mind, but I got a player in mind, but I can't think of his doggone name. No, I'm not gonna say Wesley Welker.
no.
Who is it?
It is Brandon Marshall.
Brandon Marshall.
Yeah.
Didn't Brandon Marshall go to Michigan?
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
He-
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Michigan or Michigan State, one of them.
He was
I think it was Michigan.
I know he's a Big Ten. I want to say for sure
Yeah.
it was Michigan, but
I'm thinking Michigan too. But on that note, man, let's take a quick break, man. You listen to the Showdown. Yo, and we are back. We are back. A nice little smooth beat there. That was a nice
And I
little
was digging that.
Yeah, nice little smooth smoke session like beat.
Mm-hmm.
But Wayz ain't back yet, man. Big Ed disappeared like he usually do, but we made it back, and Wayz is back in the building. We are back.
I only had to go
Wayz-
about 10 feet away. Just to
Okay.
replenish my liquids.
All right. Wayz, talk to us. Where we going now?
all right. So boxing news. Tyson Fury. He had announced his retirement. And then within minutes, announces that him and the UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou are going to have a hybrid MMA boxing fight, where the fight won't be just straight boxing, won't be just straight up MMA. Basically they vaguely described it as being a hybrid match where they're wearing MMA gloves in a boxing ring with no weight limits.
That's I mean, both of them they can throw kicks and shit.
From what I'm seeing, no. So
it's
boxing
gonna
rules,
be actually a boxing wrestling hybrid.
not even wrestling. It's basically just MMA gloves in a boxing ring.
I'm confused. Well, you know, I like
am too.
I'm confused. I'm not a huge MMA fan. I'm not even a huge boxing fan anymore like I used to be back in the day. So I'm not. I mean, they're gonna miss me on that one. I'm not interested.
It's just, I don't see how just changing the gloves makes it a hybrid.
Exactly.
You know,
This is, to me, this is a poor attempt at making boxing and MMA meld finally into one, where
right?
you can get boxers.
I mean, I could see if they did it boxing and wrestling.
Mm-hmm. I can see
But-
that.
Stupid. It's stupid. Let MMA be MMA. Let boxing be boxing.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the second trivia question is boxing related here.
Uh-oh.
I think you guys are gonna like this one.
Okay.
What boxer is regarded to be the oldest champion in boxing history?
George Foreman.
No.
I thought that might be the right answer too, but I'll go with Larry Holmes.
No.
But I was thinking George Foreman too.
Bernard Hopkins at age 49.
Forgot about B Hop.
I thought George Foreman was older than 49.
Yeah, I thought George Foreman was like 50, 51.
I thought he was 50.
When I was doing my research, that's what I originally thought as well. But B Hop was the one that kept popping up. Because I didn't believe it at first. I was like, they got it wrong. So I just checked multiple sources.
Big
Here
Ed
goes
about to
Big Ed.
Google your
He's
ass.
like, I know how to use Google.
Big Ed about to Google your ass. Whenever you see his shoulders move when he do it, he think we don't know, but every time he do it, he do like this. He get that face first.
Uh-huh.
You see the shoulders go. And he Googling your ass. That's what that. Oh shit. Okay.
What
All
you
right.
got for us, Big Ed?
Oh no! When I Googled who is the oldest boxing champion ever, George Foreman at age 45.
Oh, well, that's that. Then he loses.
Yep.
Could be Hop was. He just said he was 49.
Yep. And that wasn't that too long ago either.
So there it is.
George Foreman is still the oldest heavyweight champion and the second oldest in any weight class after Bernard Hopkins. Okay.
Got you. He's the oldest heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
But the oldest champion in general is B Hop.
Yes.
Got you. All right. There it is.
There it is.
Etched in stone.
So y'all ready to jump into the NBA?
I guess.
All right. Before we get to these playoff games, there is one story and headline that I'm interested to see what you guys are thinking on. Reggie Miller had sound off on Ben Simmons, saying this dude has zero competitive fire.
Yep.
I agree.
I saw it. He was on point. It was harsh, but he was. I couldn't knock anything that he said. I couldn't take none of it away. How the hell you gonna get traded over here knowing you get first of all, how you hurt yourself anyway? Mm-hmm. You ain't leave. You didn't leave Philly because you was hurt. You left Philly because your feelings was hurt. That's all. Your feelings was hurt. That's why you left. You ain't played basketball since you fucked up the playoffs last year. And so he gonna come back and dive in and nope. I agree with it, man. You were supposed to play. They gave up a lot of capital to get you, and you sit here and come in and you can't even come in and play for a minute, not even a fucking minute.
Right.
That's like being a rapper and you can't even bust a hot 16.
Look, if you know, you know. If you don't know, go back and watch the goddamn What Up Though Show Network and the Smoke Session, and you will.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Shit. All right. But with that out the way, let's go ahead and jump into these playoffs. The current records, as of yesterday, are the Mavs are up 3-2 against the Jazz. The Wolves and Grizzlies are tied at 2-2. The 76ers are over the Raptors 3-2. The Warriors are up on the Nuggets 3-1. The Heat are up on the Hawks 3-1. The Nets are gone. They're out. Boston advances. They were swept. The Bulls are down against the Bucks 3-1. And the Suns and the Pelicans are tied at 2-2.
Which one do you
I-
think is the biggest surprise?
I like the Celtics. I knew they would be tough, and I've called them being tough. I don't know if I picked them to go to the finals. I forgot who I picked. I know I picked Memphis and somebody. I may have been kind of iffy on the Celtics at first because of their history, but after I really saw them and I saw how their new coach was playing them, I said the Celtics watch out. Dejan is a Nets fan, and I told him, you know who y'all need to be careful of. He said, who? I said, Boston. He's like, please, please, please. And we know how that turned out.
Yep.
And Boston is to be reckoned with, man. Boston plays a different level of defense than the average NBA team right now. Milwaukee is Milwaukee. You got to watch them. I tell you, the big surprise to me so far has been the Pelicans.
Yeah.
The Pelicans look good as fuck. They might knock Phoenix off.
Yep.
They might knock Phoenix off, dude. I'm not going to discount it. Brandon Ingram is all of a sudden looking like a budding superstar. He came into his own, man, and that dude is not stoppable. And Zion is on the bench looking like, but if you want to go, we'll gladly ship you away.
He over there looking like Professor Clump.
Right?
Yeah. Dude. Ain't nothing out there. But it's the best situation for Zion to stay in. But if you want to go, it's not really the best. It might not be the best decision for them to keep him.
Right.
It might be best to let that dude go.
I
Yeah,
am
I'm looking
surprised
at
the
the Bulls
Nuggets
the
haven't
same
been
way.
swept.
Say what?
I said I'm looking at the Wolves the same way.
The Wolves looks good. The Wolves looks very good.
If they keep their emotions in check.
I am very so far. I am actually a little disappointed in Ja Morant. Ja Morant has not been living up to the hype that I've built for him, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And I don't care for his post-game gum bumping.
Yeah.
He bumps his gums a lot post-game, and I don't care for it all completely, especially when you get to the game and not backing it up. Mm-hmm. Shut up and be humble and go out and win.
He only had, 6 points in the last game?
Yeah, but they're young. You know what I'm saying? They're young. They're a very young team, and that's what's going to stop them is their youth. Like I said, I was voting with my heart, not my head, but their youth is going to knock them off. They're not going to the finals. I want them to. I think they have enough talent to, but their youth is going to stop them.
Yeah.
And Ja is showing his youth now. He's got to grow up. He's got some growing up to do in this game. You don't get to the playoffs and bump your gums like he's doing because you're fucking with some grown-ass men.
Right. And they're all basically on the same level that you're at.
Yeah, they all here, man. So, and Anthony Edwards is is a beast. Karl Anthony Towns is coming to his own. He's found a comfort zone there.
It's just his emotions are starting to every once in a while get the better of him.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And he's got to learn to keep those in check.
And that'll hurt him because once he get to a real team, a veteran team, they gonna peep that and they gonna exploit that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
These kids don't know no better.
No.
Yep.
Grown-ups, you get to a veteran team, they're gonna wear you out. Golden State, they'll wear their ass out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll wear their ass out. They'll get under his skin every night.
Draymond Green will live in his head.
Live there. Absolutely.
Rent
Put
free.
furniture in it and everything. He'll have furniture. He'll have kind of shit. He'll be bringing bitches over. He have his own. It'll be his place.
Then moved his kids in and shit.
Yeah. Leave socks on the floor and shit. Everything.
Leaving pictures of his mom on dude's wall.
He up in there, dude. It got Netflix.
But, what's your Wi-Fi password?
Yeah. Yeah, he would be there. It'll be over. And that's so you're right on that. That's why if they get past Memphis, I think that's as far as they'll go. And that's if they get past and the flip of that is I think if Memphis wins, that might be as far as they go.
Yeah.
I think this is the last.
I don't think neither one of them make it past the second round.
I don't think so either. And and because Memphis is to me showing its youth and it's led by Ja. I think Ja is showing more of his youth than anybody. Mm-hmm. Shut up and play the game. Be humble, win. Be humble and win. It's the name of the game, dog. Be humble and win.
Listen to Kendrick Lamar.
Talking all that shit and putting up subpar games is not how you do this.
No.
That's not how you do this. You shut up.
They're playing now, I think.
They might be.
Yeah.
They might be.
I got one final trivia question, and then OG's got a question for us this week.
Mm-hmm.
So my last trivia question. What NBA player holds the record for the most points scored in a season?
Wilt Chamberlain.
Yes.
Yeah,
you know the number?
I do not know the number, but I know that motherfucker averaged damn near 70 points a game one season.
Mm-hmm. So his top one, he owns the spot first and second for that category. For the first place one, he's at 4,029 points.
Ooh, that's a lot of points.
Yeah.
By the way, that Wolves and Grizzlies game, it's at halftime right now. The Wolves are up 55-53.
Okay.
Good game. All right.
What?
I have a question.
Okay.
I hear sirens going off outside. I don't know if they're shooting BMF or if it's something actually going on. What is your unpopular sports opinions? Do you have unpopular sports opinions? And what are they? We'll shoot one at a time down. Who's ready to go first?
Wait a minute, ask that again.
Your most unpopular sports opinions. I've got one. I can throw mine out there, and I'm not. And the LeBron Jordan conversation don't count because that is like the most unpopular sports debate in the fucking world. It never ends. That is not that. Don't even bring that into the conversation because that's like either opinion is just unpopular. My most unpopular sports opinion by far is I take Emmett over Barry, and I back it up. But it's not a popular stance. I'm on an island. I get it, but everybody got to say iffy. And so I think I think the argument is iffy. If he had this, if he had that, iffy. Has that iffy shit. So the bottom line is Emmett got more yards, more rings, more touchdowns. Iffy. And Barry got iffy. But it is my most unpopular sports opinion by far. I can post that anytime and piss off everybody.
I never really thought about that.
Right, I'm sitting here thinking.
They're both thinking. Trying to think unpopular sports opinions. Do.
Well, I know one of my more unpopular ones is that Larry Bird is better than Kobe Bryant.
Ooh. I could see that being an extremely unpopular sports decision.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you back that up, though?
To be honest, who did Larry really have on his side, on his team?
Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge.
There's a list.
Go on.
All of them are Hall of Famers, by the way.
I'm just saying.
You know, Larry was on a team full of Hall of Famers.
Okay.
I mean, to Larry's defense, though, in that regard, when he was chosen with the second overall pick, and his first year, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. And so, I mean, you got to be a pretty bad team to get the second overall pick back in those days. Wasn't no lottery.
Mm-mm.
You got the second overall pick because you were the second worst team. You had the second worst record in the NBA. And his first year, they went to the NBA. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals. So, I'm not gonna. Yes, he was on a team full of Hall of Famers, but I'm not gonna say credit them with Larry's success. But at the same time, I'm not gonna say, hey, who did he have? Because he had a squad.
Yeah. I'm trying to
Big Ed still thinking. Big Ed still thinking. I already know Big Ed's. I mean,
what?
The Bears is a good team. That's pretty controversial.
That's pretty controversial. That's really controversial.
It's pretty bad by itself.
Look, you have sane people, and then you have Bears fans, and that's really.
Ooh. Well, then you have Packer fans.
Yeah, that's even worse.
And Cowboy fans.
Yeah, they bad too. They're pretty bad too.
Them boys.
Yeah, they're pretty bad too. And then you have LeBron haters. They're bad.
Mm-hmm.
Big Ed, you got nothing?
Nope.
Mr. Always picking an argument, always picking a fight, a sports fight, especially when it comes to sports topics. I got no controversy. I got no controversial opinions. Okay, that's fair enough. Yo.
You know what? I know how to get him talking. Walter Payton was overrated.
No, the fuck he wasn't. But I do think that if given a chance, Gale Sayers would have been a better running back
than Walter Payton.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
if he wouldn't have fucked both his knees up.
Yeah, I think that's a reach.
That's definitely in the iffy group.
Yeah, right. if you wouldn't have. So yeah, that's like me when I say I got another one.
What's that?
Involves the same player, but it makes me the iffy guy. That's why I don't normally bring it up. But I thought Billy Sims was better than Barry Sanders. I liked Billy Sims better than Barry Sanders.
Who was Billy Sims?
Billy Sims was the Lions running back before Barry Sanders. Back when they made Another One Bites the Dust. Y'all know nothing about that.
No.
Now, did y'all know that the Lions made a song called Another One Bites the Dust?
No,
I didn't.
We're gonna play that. We're gonna play that for y'all next time we meet. I gotta play that for y'all. The Lions made a song because they went 3-0 when they've got Billy Sims. Billy ran for 150 plus yards 3 games in a row, and they won all 3. And them motherfuckers made a song called Another One Bites the Dust.
I thought the Bears was the first team to make a song.
They were. And the Lions were.
Billy Sims was after it. Yeah.
And the Lions were the second. They came after. That was the trend. They rode the trend of the Super Bowl shuffle with Another One Bites the Dust. This is Spider-Man Allen. Wait till y'all hear it. Y'all gonna love it. Y'all gonna love it. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth its weight in gold, man. So that's it, man. Big Ed got no controversial sports opinions. All his sports opinions is just in line with everybody else's because he's a wuss when it comes to being a sports fan. I want to thank y'all for joining us, man. It's been a lot of fun, man. On behalf of the crew, Big Ed and Wayz, I'm your boy, OG Tim Wilson. Thanks for joining us on the What Up Though Show Network. Please subscribe, share, like, comment, do whatever you want to do. Just enjoy yourself, man. We out of here like last year. It's the Showdown.